Now, who better to go to than the Lady of God, right? So, mind you, when I figured all this out, what was going on, that's the first place I went. I went over to my mom's house, and I'm like, Ro, right? So-and-so, I just found out that he was doing magic on me, black magic. She like, no, he wasn't. Like, bitch, how would you know? It wasn't like, what, girl, what you talking about? How you know that? Like, she, and like, you know, like, how? Like, what makes you think that? It was like, no, he wasn't doing that, no. Okay, so that was the first time I told her. Now, once I got hip to, you know, my own readings and stuff, this is when, okay, so once I left him, he like upped the ante on me, okay? He started going in with the magic. He was already doing it while we was together, like love spells, whatever, trying to get me to stay with him, trying to block my intuition. He thought that if he took my money from me, that I would need him, so I would keep him around, I'm guessing, whatever. And so once I left him, he started going in even harder, right? So I'm going over there like I need this. Now, this is the second time. Now, mind you, after that first time, it was kind of like, but this is before I knew everything, right? So I just brushed it under the rug. So now, once it's coming down on me, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I ain't never felt like this before. It was just like, this is what I felt like it was just like, right? I did not know what was going on, y'all. When I say I ain't never felt nothing like that in my life. And because who I am, I didn't even really honestly feel it. Thank God. But I felt it. You know what I mean? I knew something went right. So I go over there. Now, when I say I go over there, I mean I go over there and me and my kids got on our drawers and our t-shirts, okay? Half of them don't even got no shoes on. I say, well, I packed them in that car so fast because I'm going to get me some prayer, baby. I need you to pray for me. So I go over there. I'm like, I need you to pray for me. I'm like, where's your sage? Like, grab the sage. I need you to pray for me. I need to cleanse my energy. We'll do. And she like, hold on. What's going on? And I'm like, I don't have time to tell you that. I just need you to pray over me. Like, grab your oil, baby. Grab your oil. Where's like, I'm not joking, y'all. Like, this is how I went over there, like in a frenzy. I went over there. Now, me as a mom, and you know, I feel like other moms would be like, they would just do what your kid is asking you to do, considering how they came over there, right? You would just do, and then after you would sit down with them and ask them, like, you know, what was going on? What happened? No. Okay? So I'm trying to tell her, like, just pray for me. She like, well, she pulling out the chair like, well, hold on, sit down, tell me what happened. Bitch, I'm not about to tell you nothing. Either you're going to pray for me or you're not. So she like, hold on, I'm going to pray for you, but first tell me what happened. Which, that made me be like, huh? Like, what? So I'm like, you know what? Never mind. Because at this point, why do I have to, mind you, when I say minister, okay, church damn near every day of the week, opening, closing, choir, Bible study, trips and retreats with the church. Like, when I say deep in church, okay, deep, my mom, right? So the fact that she was literally refusing to pray for me, and when I say this holidays, anytime we get with the family, she the one who pray, right? Anything going on in your life, ask God. And I mean, as if the Bible was her body. That's how she act, okay? So the fact that she was refusing to pray for me because I wouldn't tell her what was going on, I was just like, yeah, okay, you know what? Never mind. At this point, I don't need your prayer. So I'm just like, never mind, I'm leaving. She's like, no, don't leave. I'm going to pray for you. Mind you, I ain't told her a drop of what was going on, right? No, nobody really knew at this point. Nobody really knew. So she get the praying. And she praying for everything that I would have told her what was going, I mean, as if she was reading it from a book of what I would have told her was going on. That's what she was praying for. So as she praying, I'm looking at her like, you know, considering how I came in there, you would have thought she would have been like, I don't know what's going on with her, Lord. You know, just protect her, keep her safe. No. She's literally naming the things that was going on with me in her prayer. It was just crazy. I couldn't believe it, right? So after I left, I'm just like, ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way. How does this know what's going on? So cut her off, okay? Cut her off. You got to go, okay? So stop talking to her. Now, once I stopped talking to her, you know, we got a little group chat or whatever. I done took myself out the group chat. I done stopped talking to everybody, whatever. So I ain't talked to nobody for maybe like a week, right? Now, I told you, my baby dad, we've been together for damn near 10 years. My sister ends up that's where I was at. She ends up coming over with a machete knife, y'all, right? I mean, bitch came busting through that door like, damn, that's a big ass hole. She like, I ain't know if I was gonna have to climb through your window. Like, she like, what's going on with you? Because the last I talked to everybody, I told them that I found out so-and-so was doing magic on me, and then I just went ghost, okay? I just went gone in the wind, right? So like a week, it took her like a week. So she busts over there. She got her machete knife. She like, what's going on? So remember, I don't trust none of you hoes, right? So I'm like, she was like, Ro, because my baby dad told me, like, your mom called me asking about you. You ain't been talking to her? And I'm like, she called you. She ain't called him in the 10 damn near years we've been together, okay? And you call him, mind you, I live like 10 minutes from my mom. So when my sister get over there, she telling me like, yeah, Ro called my dad, mind you. She don't like that man. She ain't calling him for nothing, okay? She called my dad. She called my baby dad. And she was like asking people if they had heard from me. Remember, they were doing death magic, right? They were doing death magic. So my sister tells me like, yeah, she was about to call the police to have them come do a wellness check on you. Why wouldn't you just come over here? You know, why wouldn't you just come over here, right? And then I found out, okay, so they do this thing on the full moons. If you don't know, now you know. On the full moons, a lot of people they harvest the energy of the moon to make their rituals and spell work go in their favor, have a greater chance, I'm guessing. So it was a full moon, right? Do you know that this lady, instead of driving to my house and checking on her daughter to see what the fuck was going on, she called my baby dad, she called my dad, and she was gonna call the police to do a wellness check? I mean, when I say the lady freaking out, why she freaking out, y'all? Because she think the magic doesn't work. Okay, she don't want to be the person to find me dead, right? So she gonna call the police to do a wellness check so they can come and see if I'm dead. Girl, when I say tea, baby, when I say tea, juice. So that's how I found out that my mom may or may not allegedly have been a part of the whole scandal, which even goes deeper because I know her mom, my grandma, and my aunt, her mom's sister, always, I mean, you know how them things in the family, like everybody know about it, but nobody ever talked about it. You never seen it, no, nothing like that. I already knew they dabbled and dabbled in some arts, but I didn't know nothing about it, okay? I didn't know nothing about no goddamn spell work and witches, and I didn't know, right? So as this shit is happening to me, I'm recollecting all of these things that I've heard about my family, which I really never heard shit because I was a kid, right? But as an adult now, I remember some things. So now we're going to get back to the crazy nigga, as I call him. The crazy nigga, right? So at this point, this nigga done gathered fleets. When I say fleets of people to come up against me, fleets of people working with him, whether they were in the United States, Canada, Jamaica, that's where he's from, right? Around the world, okay? Don't forget, he's a part of a coven, so he has people, which I already knew he had connections. I mean, it's so many things I gotta correlate to y'all in these stories, okay?